believe that? That God's love never fails? I do believe that. My name is Scott Halverson, and I am second. But for my first 25 years or so of life, I was first. And I was pretty good at being first. In fact, I was certain that the world revolved around me. I really had delusions that it was all about me. People were just people, but life is for me and about me. And I didn't give much thought to God in those days, as I was content on living my life because, frankly, my life was great, I thought. I was in complete control. Everything I wanted to do, I did. If I had a goal, I went after it and succeeded. And that's just kind of how I always had been. Kind of started back in my college days. Got off on my own, got my own place, and kind of found out that I was good at some certain things. I was really good at throwing parties. Went to Northern Illinois University, 27,000 kids. I had the best parties on campus. The best, I'm not just saying that. I was very good at throwing parties. I loved music. I air guitared all the time because I couldn't really play that well. Not that I can now, but in those days it was a little hard to take. So I did a lot of air guitaring. And but ultimately what I was most interested in was girls. I liked girls a lot. And so I honed my craft of meeting girls in college. And not to have a girlfriend, like a steady relationship. No. That wouldn't fit in with the world revolving around me, because I wasn't into putting anyone else first in any kind of relationship. That's a requirement. So after college, I left Illinois, came out to Tempe, Arizona, of all places, because there's a university there. That's where I got my first apartment. But now, I had a great job. I had money. I had a nice poolside apartment. And guess what I did there? Parties! Music! Girls. Yeah, life is pretty good. Then, what happened? After a few years, I decided that it seems like there's something more to life. I wonder what it is. Well, my buddies back in Illinois that I went to high school with, their band was kind of making it in Chicago. Hey, Scott, come on back and be in the band. So I quit my good-paying job in Phoenix, packed up stuff, went back to Illinois. I'm going to be a rock star. And rock stars, they're rich, they're famous, and girls! I'm about 24 at the time. It seems like a good plan for someone whose life revolves completely around them. Interestingly, now that I know God's Word, in Matthew 16:26, Jesus says, "What good will it be for a man if he gains the whole world but forfeits his soul?" I didn't know that at the time. I'll come back to that. You see, I was just so prideful, so arrogant, so self-centered. God's Word has some commentary on that. In Proverbs 18, verse 12. Before his downfall, a man's heart is proud, but humility comes before honor. In retrospect, I can look back and see the truth in that. But let me tell you what happened when I moved back to Illinois. Again, the day I left Arizona to move back to be a rock star, I thought I had everything going for me. So I moved back, and some interesting things happened in the course of 8 months. First thing that was really kind of a cool thing, I met Darcy Evans. And Darcy is my wife now. I'll fill you in on that part of the story. And I was so good at meeting girls, by the way, I met her at a stoplight. You got 5 seconds. She'll take some credit because but anyway. Girls. So So I met Darcy. The band thing, the rock star thing, well, all my bandmates had just got married. Band over. So, all right. So now I'm back in Illinois. I met Darcy in Illinois. I kind of like her, but I'm not really into this girlfriend-boyfriend thing. But I like her. And anyway, I couldn't find work back there, and pretty soon I ran out of money. And right around this time, I was diagnosed with an illness. I'd never, ever been sick, ever. And started having some issues with bleeding ulcers in my intestines. And so I was diagnosed with a disease called ulcerative colitis. So that was happening. So I'm like, I gotta get back to Arizona. I can get a job there. So, hey Darcy, man, I like you a lot. I want to go back to Arizona, and maybe you can come out there. Yeah, I can come out there. Okay, I'll get settled and we'll see what happens. So, man, packed up again. Get back to Arizona. Now, I don't have any money. I don't have a job. I don't have insurance. I got nothing. Hey, Mom. My mom's here today. Hey, Mom. She had just moved to Scottsdale. So I said, hey, Mom, can I stay in a place for a while? I'm moving back to Arizona. So I drive across the country, and I get to Scottsdale, where my mom lives. She's not home. I don't have a key. So I go to the gas station, and I call Darcy. I've been thinking about her. It took me 3 days to get out to Arizona. I'm like, man, I miss her. Could this be something? So I'm having these struggles. I call her, and she says to me, I'm at the payphone. I can see the payphone at the mobile gas station in Scottsdale that I was sitting at. And she says, I hadn't talked with her in several days. And she says, well, funny thing is, my body was acting a little bit different. And I took a pregnancy test. And, we're pregnant. I'm a self-centered, arrogant loser who hears that and immediately doesn't think about her. But, oh no, what does this mean for me? I don't have a job, I got no money, I got no insurance. She's pregnant? Well, I won't tell you all what happened during those series of hang-ups that she did to me because of the solutions I thought would solve that. That night, my head was spinning. I called my best friend, interestingly, who was a Christian, and had always been talking to me about God and Jesus, and I never gave him the time of day. But it's interesting who I reached out to that night. I called him, back in Illinois, and I just said, dude, this is the worst day of my life. I'm lost. I don't know what happened in the last 8 months, but all these things, and on top of it now, I got this weird disease that's now just getting bad. And he listened and he said, pray. I don't know how to pray. He said, everything you just told me, tell God. And I thought, if God is real, I am willing right now to beg him to help me, to draw me closer.